today, just a short while ago, you passed not one, not two, but three cryptocurrency bills.
Today, we delivered.
Many Americans are unaware that behind the scenes, the technical backbone of the financial system is decades out of date, many, many years out of date. Under this bill, the entire ancient system will be eligible for a 21st century upgrade using the state-of-the-art crypto technology. Year and a half. I think your stuff has gone up more than any stock. The Trump administration, this is only going further. You're going to do really well.
And then XRP is also another one. We'd love to get your thoughts on those assets as well.
So if all goes well, then we could be looking at a second bill signing in, say, October.
With the regulatory clarity it needs to grow into a $1 trillion industry. Stablecoins represent a revolution in digital finance.
This could be perhaps the greatest revolution in financial technology since the birth of the internet itself.
They try to shake me out, but I was born ready. Dropping down the price, then I'll be getting plenty. They want all your bags and they want all them empty.
What's up, good bitches? Welcome back to some more Moon O'Clock News. No breakfast, no coffee, just straight extra bullishness. Shout out to the latest sub. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in. Don't forget to drop an elbow from the top ropes on that likey button. We got XRP hanging around the $3.40 mark. We got a lot of bullishness popping off today. Stay locked in. Smash that likey button. And we're going to try to get through these videos as quickly as possible. Bagman, bag ladies, upholding to pop off. Signed, sealed, and delivered. So it begins.
You got it? This is not an auto pen, by the way.
Welcome to the utility era. Those who were buying cheap XRP sub $1 are reaping the rewards. Brad Garland House says the last major financial regulation bill was passed 15 years ago in response to the 2008 financial crisis. The signing of the Genius Act cements the U.S. future in being a leader in truly innovative financial technology, stablecoins. This moment is a historic one, and I, for one, am looking forward to all that is to come as a result of this transformational legislation. XRP, welcome to the utility era. Know what you hold. Ripple says bill for enterprise use cases. RLUSD delivers the security, compliance, and scale global businesses demand. We appreciate blue chip orgs A rating in recognition of RLUSD is the market's most trusted stablecoin. The flippening, so it begins. All roads lead to the bridge. It's about to get real. RLUSD. Meanwhile, Ashley Prosper. As soon as I saw the blue chip rectangle, I knew I'd seen it somewhere before. Bearable guy. 1, 2, 3. Stack them blue chips. Tom Emmer, the golden age of crypto is here thanks to the most pro-crypto POTUS in Congress ever. It's happening right before your very eyes. The mass adoption of cryptocurrencies, utility coins, XRP, the premier go-to blockchain in the utility era.
This week, we are delivering on President Trump's promise to make America the crypto capital of the world.
Well, this is the most pro-crypto Congress ever, Mike. This week, we're going to be voting on the Clarity Act. We're going to be voting on my anti-central bank digital currency surveillance state act. And we're going to vote on the Senate's Genius Act, which is about stablecoin.
We'll protect investors, consumers, and make America, as President Trump wants, a leader in financial technology and crypto and digital assets innovation.
Now we have the opportunity to pass a comprehensive, nonpartisan digital asset legislation.
The vote total is a testament to the hard work of all of those behind me, Whip Emmer, Dusty Johnson.
This is a great day.
And this also is successful because, as Whip Emmer said, of the exceptional leadership from President Trump.
And today, just a short while ago, you passed not one, not two, but three cryptocurrency bills.
Today, we delivered. The Genius Act, the Clarity Act, and our anti-CBDC Surveillance State Act deliver on the America First digital assets agenda.
And Mr. Whip, we're not done yet, right?
We're just getting started, glitches. Load up while you still have some time. Coin Bureau, the dollar is getting a crypto upgrade. Trump, the financial system is decades out of date, but it'll be updated using XRP in the XRP ledger. Listen to Trump as he sounds like the CEO of Ripple Garland House. He clearly talks about XRP. The outdated SWIFT system is coming to an end.
Many Americans are unaware that behind the scenes, the technical backbone of the financial system is decades out of date, many, many years out of date. You know that Paul and others are straightening it out, but payments and money transfers are costly and take days or even weeks to clear. Under this bill, the entire ancient system will be eligible for a 21st century upgrade using the state-of-the-art crypto technology. Who would have thought we would have been saying that 2 years after I really met you for the first time? The Genius Act provides banks, businesses, and financial institutions a framework for issuing crypto assets back one for one with real U.S. dollars, treasury bills, and other cash equivalents. It's really strengthening the dollar and giving the dollar great prominence.
State-of-the-art technology sounds like XRP, BTCs, outdated. You better hang on to those XRPs because they're coming and they're going to want your baggies. President Trump says crypto has gone up more than any stock, and we're just getting started.
Let me say the entire crypto community, for years, you were mocked and dismissed and counted out. You were counted out as little as a year and a half ago. But this signing is a massive validation. And even before this signing, over the last year and a half, I think your stuff has gone up more than any stock, or just about more. A couple of stocks that were pretty good, I will say. But you have certainly, as an industry, gone up more than anybody.
Crypto is only going to go further under his administration. You're going to do really well, especially if you're holding utility coins like XRP.
Pledged that we would bring back American liberty and leadership and make the United States the crypto capital of the world, and that's what we've done. And under the Trump administration, this is only going further. You're going to do really well. I mean, I'm so proud of what you've done in the last couple of years.
And those who had their eyes on the prize and were loading up on the greatest opportunity of multiple lifetimes, back fam, you're going to do really well. Meanwhile, MasterCard with the Genius Act now passed, we're entering a new era of clarity and confidence in digital assets. One we've been preparing for over the years. We work across crypto and traditional finance ecosystem to explore how stablecoins can complement and enhance the existing payment system. We got Smoke Dog, Ripple, MasterCard. So it begins. Welcome to the utility era. That regulation jar of molasses has bursted open. Meanwhile, Charles Gasparino, you still there? XRP is worth 52 cents, dummy. This must mean XRP stuck around too. Sad, huh? So why isn't XRP trading above 3? When your XRP can't breach 350, your fantasies become more weird. Sad. Charles, sounds like you missed the train. You still there? We got Brian Armstrong. Surreal moment. President Trump just signed the first federal crypto bill into law, ushering a new era for crypto, one that starts today for stablecoins. The market structure will be next, and we're committed to the White House September 30th deadline.
Hey y'all, Brian Armstrong here, Coinbase CEO. I was here 3 months ago for the crypto summit, and today I'm back to observe President Trump signing into law the Genius Act. This is what's going to create clear rules on the books in America for stablecoin transactions, which allow the US dollar to be dominant. It allows fast and cheap and global transactions anywhere in the world. So I want to say a big thank you to President Trump and the entire administration for pushing through this big bipartisan vote in the House and the Senate to get these stablecoin rules on the books. And next up, we really want to see the Clarity Act come into law as well. The Clarity Act is what regulates non-stablecoin crypto assets like Bitcoin and Ethereum. It just had a big bipartisan vote in the House too, and now it's going to the Senate. So hopefully we'll be back by, late September, early October for that one to be signed into law as well. And President Trump's leadership has been very clear on when he wants to see that one ready to sign as well. Anyway, we'll keep you updated. Talk to you soon.
First they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then we win. Meanwhile, Matt Hamilton, for those wondering how BTC has compared to XRP as an investment over the long term, I recalculated that MicroStrategy portfolio would have looked like if they had invested the same dollar value in XRP versus BTC. If Saylor had invested in XRP instead of BTC, the portfolio would be worth almost double today. The trains left the station. XAIF crypto XRP getting major respect. Extraordinary depth of capital, smart leadership, sophisticated institutions love it. Huge daily flow and still low volatility. XRP isn't just surviving, it's dominating.
And then XRP is also another one. We'd love to get your thoughts on those assets as well.
Yeah, perhaps I'll go in chronological order. So the oldest obviously being XRP. I think an extraordinary depth of capital and a wonderful business. That team and leadership has been incredibly smart about participating and putting assets to work. And ultimately, it's cornering of depth in exchanges where the majority of flows happen. Has been a massive upside for it. It's always been a readily available kind of token for people to purchase in exchanges. And that has meant that people are familiar with it. And often, or more often than not, people trade what they know. I think because of the depth, it has done very, very well. I think if you look at the actual 7-day volatility of XRP, it's rather extraordinary for something that's getting so much flow on a daily basis. But again, sophisticated participants and institutions can play that very, very well. And I think that's continuing to be more and more interesting for folk.
Well, regulations here, institutions, banks, enterprises, they're on their way to pump our bags up. Altcoin Daily, Crypto's R. Davis Sachs, Market Structure Clarity Act to pass by October.
Clarity started in the House, and so it has passed the House, and now it's going to the Senate. And they still have to do their hearings and markup on it. And we expect that'll happen over the next couple of months. In fact, the chairman of the Senate Banking Committee, Tim Scott, has said that he wants to finish with the market structure legislation by the end of September. So if all goes well, then we could be looking at a second bill signing in, say, October. And like Bo said, that would be pretty much the crypto industry's wish list for having a clear legal framework in the United States for both stablecoins and other crypto tokens. So it's really pretty amazing.
Also, if you've been watching the channel, we got the potential Bitcoin speculation halving cycle ending by the fall of this year, September, October, November. Could this be the end of the speculative cycle and the coins with no utility are going away? Then we shift to a full-blown mass adoption utility cycle. XRP taking that #1 spot, the flippening. So it begins. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, today President Trump signed the GENIUS Act into law, a historical piece of legislation that'll pave the way for U.S. to lead the global digital currency revolution. The revolution's been televised.
Today marks a seminal moment for digital assets and global dollar dominance, with President Trump signing the GENIUS Act into law. This bill provides the fast-growing stablecoin market with the regulatory clarity it needs to grow into a trillion-dollar industry. Stablecoins represent a revolution in digital finance. The dollar now has an internet-native payment rail that is fast, frictionless, and free of middlemen. This groundbreaking technology will buttress the dollar's status as a global reserve currency, expand access to the dollar economy for billions across the globe, and lead to a surge in demand for U.S. treasuries, which back stablecoins. The GENIUS Act is a win-win-win for everyone involved: stablecoin users, stablecoin issuers, and the U.S. Treasury Department. I want to thank President Trump for his visionary leadership in shepherding this bill into law, and Congress for rapidly advancing this critical legislation. By expanding financial freedom and reinforcing dollar dominance, stablecoins will play a critical role in making America great again.
With RLUSD becoming the #1 stablecoin, that'll add fuel to the XRP rocket ship. Bullish Cointelegraph, we're going to see Fortune 500 companies start adopting stablecoins, says Coinbase CEO.
We're going to see the Fortune 500 really start to adopt stablecoins. We've started to see this a little bit already, even with the news that this was, going to pass in the near future. Coinbase just launched an integration with Shopify, for instance, and we've seen announcements from Walmart and Amazon, and almost every Fortune 500 company is now coming in and starting to look at stablecoin payments. And so this is a big opportunity for us. It's a TAM expansion for our business, and we think that we can provide these wallets and payment APIs for really, the whole financial system and every company eventually.
Yeah, and is it safe to call this a new an emerging revenue stream for Coinbase? And if so, how quickly does that grow over time?
Yeah, so that's absolutely right. Our first revenue stream was around trading, and then we also have subscription and services, which has become a bigger and bigger part of our revenue over time. I think payments is the next big category, and this is a daily use case for crypto for millions of Americans and eventually people around the world, especially those doing cross-border transactions and in countries where they don't have stable currency. They might have 50, 100% inflation a year, and so they have high demand for the dollar. They can now, if they have a smartphone, they can get access to a dollar-denominated account. And so I think trading and payments are going to be the two biggest categories for us, and it's absolutely a new revenue line for us that'll smooth out our revenue with like a daily use case that's not tied to crypto trading volatility.
XRP and RLUSD is the perfect combination for payments and the internet of value. All the money, all the value, they're coming. President Trump says this could perhaps be the greatest revolution in technology since the birth of the internet itself, and this is the internet 3.0, the internet for value. Move value as seamlessly as emails.
Here, the Genius Act creates a clear and simple regulatory framework to establish and unleash the immense promise of dollar-backed stable coins. This could be perhaps the greatest revolution in financial technology since the birth of the internet itself. A lot of people are saying that. I don't know. What do you guys think? Yes? If you say yes, I'm saying yes. I think it's great that you're involved, I will tell you.
Crypto Basic top trader Tony Severino says, prepare to exit during the next XRP move. What are your thoughts down below? Shockwave says, in case you haven't noticed, numerous Twitter accounts are conditioning you to sell your XRP between 13 and 20 because of cycles. There will be no more normal cycle. It's a once ever shift from the old to the new financial system. NFA, is the speculative BTC cycle ending, and is it time for utility era to thrive? Crypto Insight UK, potential hidden bullish divergence forming on the hourly XRP chart as the RSI makes lower lows and the price makes a higher low. We got Dark Defender potential targets, 585 all-time high, 976 all-time high, supports 340, 320. Those who have been following this channel know that we are still in a Bitcoin speculative halving cycle, and we're still in a bull market, and XRP would eventually start moving back up, and we still got a ways to go. Also, we got the potential speculative cycle ending in the fall of 2025. We got potential final crypto regulations coming into play around fall of 2025, potential end of the speculative cycle. Will we go into a bear market again, or will we start the new utility era? If so, bye-bye non-utility coins. Taking a look at XRP in the 2016 BTC halving cycle, when we had this massive 2017-2018 move. If we use our Fibonacci retracement tool and using the low of around 002 and the high at around 6 cents, if we place our Fibonacci tool, we can see Moonshot 2 landed right at the 1.618, and XRP ended up going even higher up to the 2.272 level here. If we do the same thing for our current cycle using the 2020 low and the most recent high for XRP at around $3.40. If XRP were to reach the same 1.618 level, you would see around a $27 XRP. Also, one other interesting thing to mention here is if we take this Moonshot 2 move, which consolidated for 6 to 7 months before the final blast off for Moonshot 3, if we take this move and align it with our current move for XRP, and as you see here, when we line this up, XRP basically doing the same thing, 6 to 7 months plus of consolidation before XRP finally broke out. Also, another thing that's pretty interesting here is the peak of this Moonshot 3 move in the 2017 cycle aligned with our current move for XRP, taps right at that 1.618 golden ratio level. Let me know your thoughts down below. Also, another thing to note here, this is the 2017-2018 Moonshot 3 or XRP. Depending on what chart you look at, $3.40, $3.80. As you see here, when this thing finally broke out, we had our first initial move, and then we had 7 days before the next move, 6 days before the next move, 3 days, and then we had a nice top here, January 2018. And taking a look at XRP from when it broke out at around $2.35, we went all the way up to about $3.60. From the previous cycle, the next move took around 6 days. Next move took 6 days, and the final move took around 3 days before those next green jolly candles. If we measure this current top for XRP, where we're currently at around a day and a half for XRP, be on the lookout for the potential next move for XRP within the next week. In the 2016-2018 cycle, XRP did around a 666x from 005 to around $3.33. If we replicate that from our current cycle low at around 50 cents, 50 times 666 equals $333. And with that being said, Batman Bag Ladies, a painful confession, don't be Billy. He sold his XRP 2 weeks ago, no further comments. At this time, the longer they take, the higher we climb on that XRP rich list. I hope you got those bags packed, locked, and loaded, because that regulation jar of molasses is finally bursted open, and XRP's true price will finally be revealed. Coming soon. Know what you hold, know what's coming, and know why. They want you out. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in. I am the XRP Bagman, the Moon Commander. BYOB, bring your own bags, be your own bank, be your own boss. And don't forget to drop an elbow on that likey button and help us get to 1,000 likeys, glitches. We'll see you at the tippy top. Later, glitches.
Eating all these bags like a black hole, rounding up some more like a lasso. We was getting turned extra bullish at the last show. Spaceship getting heavy with the last load, knowing that the pump coming soon in this blast mode. RIP, peace to the chateaus. Fusses they was hitting cause of Clayton they was knocking, trying to get inside of the castle. Rockets loading up, out of blast off the gravel. Told you get your ticket but you missed out on the raffle. SEC a bunch of lies, what a bunch of assholes. But that rocket reignited like a gas stove, ready to flip the switch, then we blast smoke in another orbit like an astro. All them times it was talking ish turned to a fiasco. Fortune to the beast, feel like Mozart playing the piano. Rob Nichols and Batman on the track, bringing mad soul. See you in the Astros. Yo, I'm a crypto holic. All these puppets lawless. When we beat the case fatality, it was flawless.